Good morning.
Good morning, McGraw.
What happened?
Yes,
You there?
I'm here.
What happened yesterday?
Yesterday the Dow fell 88 points, closed at 21,812. Boeing and Johnson & Johnson fell the most in the Dow. Investors are still looking for tax cuts and think they still might happen this year. Also, the Jackson Hole, Wyoming conference with Janet Yellen and ECB head Mario Draghi will start tomorrow, and will be interesting to see what comes out of that. And the yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury fell to 2.17%.
All right. Global economies, things are looking up in the world.
They are. For the first time in a decade, most global economies are growing. All 45 countries traced by the Organization for Economic Cooperation Development are growing. Greece is only growing at 1%, but the average is about 3%. OECD predicts the world growth of 3.5% this year and 3.6% next year. So that's a good sign.
All right. And then what are we hearing from Hewlett Packard?
Now, Hewlett Packard reported earnings last night. Their revenue rose 10% to $13.1 billion, and they made a profit of $696 million, or about 41 cents a share. Hewlett Packard returned $524 million to shareholders this quarter through share buybacks and dividends. So it's a nice quarter with Hewlett Packard.
Yeah, they seem to be they seem to swing wildly from one side to the other, right? You hear terrible stories, then you hear good stories, then they're back, and then it's just a up and down company. All right, and then there's some storms headed to the Gulf. What does that mean for the economies?
Well, yeah, a big storm is heading to the Gulf of Mexico, and some oil firms have evacuated the area. I guess a slow-moving tropical depression is expected to dump a foot or more of rain along the coast, and this will push up gasoline prices. About 17% of our oil production and 45% of our refining capacity is in the Gulf. This is the first big storm in that area in almost 10 years, so hopefully its impact is going to be muted.
Yeah, I don't think so. Latest meteorologist you're hearing from saying that once it reaches land, it just might stay over Texas, and it might dump, just as you're saying, up to a foot or more of rain, and no place can handle a foot or more of rain in a short period of time. So this could be bad news. All right, Scott Carothers, what are we hearing today about the markets?
Today the Dow looks up 40 points. We expect another light day before the Jackson Hole, Wyoming conference. It begins late tomorrow morning and should be pretty informative.
All right, Scott Carothers, have yourself a good day. We'll do it all again tomorrow.